Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and students. Welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and students. Welcome. There it is. I am going to be very brief because the important people, the students, are here waiting to hear from teachers about awards and those such things. But I do want to say two quick things. First, what a blessing to be able to be here again this year, right? Like, we were not here last year, so I do want to just clap and cheer for the fact that we are here doing this live. Hopefully next year, we will be back all together, giving all the awards together, and then enjoy some dinner outside like we usually do. So, yes, yeah, absolutely. So again, thank you for coming. Before I have Mr. Ford come up, actually, it's not going to be Mr. Ford. We're going to start with a performance. We have a couple performances this evening, which is awesome. So before the performances get started, can I please just ask you to bow your heads in a word of prayer to get us started? Thank you. Dear Jesus, Heavenly Father, thank you for the ability to gather here this evening. Thank you for our students. They are the lifeblood of what happens here at Seoul Foreign School, and we are so happy to be able to honor them this evening. What a blessing that is. Please keep us safe this evening as we gather here together as a group for the first time in quite a while. Thank you for all the blessings you bestow upon us and Seoul Foreign School each and every single day. It is such a blessing to be able to work here, to work together as one family in Christ. Please, we have seniors this year that are leaving. Please bless them as they head out into the world to pursue other academic endeavors, and we ask you to put your blessing upon them as they travel and keep them safe. Please bless our faculty as they come through the end of the year and keep them safe, guide them, guide their thoughts, guide their words, guide their hearts through the end of the school year. We ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen. With no further ado, I'm going to invite some special performers up to stage at this time to come and show us their first, let us hear their first performance.
Softly falls the winter snow, whispers to the sleeping world below. Winter tide awaits, morning breaks and sets the earth aglow.
In gentle tones of proclaim the glory of Aurora's light. Sparrows sing in a clear, clean voice. Radiant, radiant, as the stars rejoice. Arise and illuminate the morn. Softly falls the morning.
Before I invite Mr. Ford up to the stage to present the choral awards, I just want to say, I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Ford, that is the first time we've had students sing in front of an audience on this stage since 2019 in December. So that's awesome. So thank you guys so much for that. Mr. Ford, can you please come up and present the choral awards? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Striffler. Are you sure you weren't reading my speech? Because he just took my speech. That's the first time since 2019. Well, good evening. I'm going to read my speech. The performance you just heard by the seniors in Moonlight Choir is the first time since December of 2019 that any choral group has been able to sing on this stage or any stage with an audience. Thank you for being a great audience tonight for them. As always, the presentation of awards is a time to honor those who have excelled and achieved in many ways. Many of you who are tuning in tonight also deserve recognition for your passion for singing and for your unwavering commitment to the choral program here at SFS, especially during COVID-19 and all of the restrictions that came with it. I'm so grateful and blessed to have been able to work with such talented students. I'd like to remind all of us that apart from musical talent this evening, character, integrity, commitment, passion, a teachable spirit, and a respectful attitude are very heavily considered when it comes to awards. Now on to the choral awards for this year. The first is Concert Choir. Outstanding Leadership in Concert Choir Award. There are two recipients of the Outstanding Leadership in Concert Choir Award this year. Both students demonstrated commitment and leadership during choir class in various ways, including leading in sectionals, leading with their years of vocal singing experience, and most importantly, leading with good conduct and respectful attitudes. This year's Outstanding Leadership in Concert Choir Award goes to Emma Kim and Winston Lee. Please come up. Psalms Choir is the next one that we will talk about. Outstanding Leadership in Psalms Choir and Outstanding Commitment in Psalms Choir. There will be two awards given. There are two recipients this evening for these. I have been very impressed by the level of commitment and leadership that I've seen in both of these students, mainly because Psalms Choir is a non-auditioned, ungraded, oh, that means something here, meets in the evening, kind of a group. Firstly, the recipient of the Outstanding Leadership Award in Psalms Choir is going to go to Grace Kim. So Grace, as you walk up here, I'll continue talking. Grace Kim. Thank you, Grace, for stepping up and helping in the leadership role this past year. The outstanding yeah, that was the end of that one. Thank you, Grace. The Outstanding Commitment in Psalms Choir Award goes to a student who's been singing in my choir since he was in 6th grade, and he's a senior this year, and has been a faithful and committed member of Psalms Choir for all 4 years of high school. At times, single-handedly holding down the bass section. That means he's the only bass that showed up for rehearsal that night. This student has also carried on a family tradition of involvement in Psalms Choir, following in the footsteps of his older brother, his older sister, his mom. They were all faithful Psalms Choir members in the past. I don't think there are any other siblings to follow, unfortunately. But we're so grateful for their support, their whole family, and involvement all these years. This year, the recipient of the Outstanding Commitment in Psalms Choir Award is Justin O. Let's clap for Justin. He's not here this evening. Justin and his parents are not able to be with us this evening, but I'm pretty sure they're watching on the live stream, so congratulations wherever you are. The next group we will talk about is Moonlight Choir. And how we're going to do this is I would like to invite all 8 of the Moonlight seniors who were just here on stage, please. Could you all come up here and stand up here at the same time? We're going to do it this way to save a little time. In a typical year, 3 to 4 students would receive an award for their leadership or commitment in Moonlight Choir. This year was not a typical year, was it? No. Thank you for agreeing with that. And all 8 of these seniors will be receiving an award. Thank you, seniors, for fighting the good fight, finishing the race. Almost. Next Friday is really finishing of the race. And especially for being willing to sing for us one more time this evening. I can assure you that your beautiful voices will be missed, but more importantly, you will be missed. You have all played an important role in my life and have brought much joy, pride, and beauty to the SFS community through singing. Never underestimate the power of song and the impact of having a humble spirit as you share your craft with others. Thank you all for representing SFS multiple times at multiple concerts, APACs, National Honors Festivals, AMI Honors Festivals, large group festivals, musical dramas, and in many other ways. I just want to say thank you on behalf of Seoul Foreign School. First, the Moonlight Choir All-Star, they're all All-Stars, by the way, All-Star Musicianship Award. There are 2 students receiving the All-Star Musicianship Award. The 2 students receiving this award have definitely shown all of us that they are true musicians. Their musicianship and professionalism on stage has marveled many. They have graced us with their beautiful singing voices in choirs, through solo work, and also through dramatic presentations. As a performer, it's not easy to totally immerse oneself and actually become the character you are portraying while singing like an angel. But these 2 students have shown us how this is done, time and time again, and have been tremendous examples to others of what true musicianship looks like. This year's Moonlight Choir All-Star Musicianship Award goes to these 2 people, Ekaterina Zaikenkova and Johanna Kleinert. We all know we'd like to give all these students a hug, but we're not going to do that tonight. Moonlight All-Star Commitment Award. There are 3 students receiving the Moonlight All-Star Commitment Award. The 3 students receiving the Moonlight Choir All-Star Commitment Award have demonstrated what it means to be totally committed to what they've signed up for. These 3 students were always at rehearsals, always were ready to sing with enthusiasm, always ready to listen to instruction, always looking out for the good of the group. And yes, they even looked out for their director. As we all know, COVID doesn't just affect students and prevent students from doing things, but it also affects teachers and what we can do. It was so encouraging for me to get messages from these 3 students at various times in the past year, just checking in on Mr. Ford and also inquiring about how I was doing, as COVID also touched my own family back in the US. That wasn't supposed to happen. That's not in the script. This, in my mind, is true commitment. We need more people like this. People who aren't afraid to commit to a cause, people who care more about the well-being of those around them than their own fame and notoriety. These are people who are going to go out and change the world. This year's Moonlight Choir All-Star Commitment Award goes to these three people: Dongjin Lee, Arnold Han, and Annette Hong. Next is the Moonlight Choir All-Star Perseverance Award. The two students receiving the Moonlight Choir Perseverance Award have done what we all have tried to do this past year, and that is just to make it through. For some, this means having the determination to continue on with commitments no matter what. And that is what these two students did. There were many times when we all felt like it just wasn't worth it to continue tuning in to rehearsal virtually. By the way, rehearsing virtually for choir just doesn't work. I'd like to point out that this group of seniors, along with the rest of Moonlight Choir, who hopefully are tuning in tonight, achieved a platinum rating at the recent Kayak Large Group Festival. Let's give them a hand for that. They were the only choir in the whole large group festival that received a triple platinum. That means all three judges gave them a platinum. So that, with all of the things you face this year, is highly commendable. And that is what perseverance looks like. I would like to thank the following students for their outstanding perseverance this year. This year's Moonlight Choir Perseverance Award goes to these two people, Alex Ha and Melissa Rapson. The Moonlight Choir All-Star Longevity Award. The person receiving the you can kind of guess, can't you, who that might be? There's only one person left who didn't get an award. The person receiving the Longevity Award has been in my choir since 6th grade, wow, and has been in Moonlight Choir all 4 years of high school. In case you were not aware, each year every student has to re-audition to get into Moonlight Choir. It is never assumed that just because you were in Moonlight Choir last year, you automatically get in. It is also rare, it is a rare occasion that a 9th grader will successfully audition and get into Moonlight Choir and then continue on for all 4 years during high school. The Longevity Award also speaks to the love this student has for singing, and I'm certain that they will find ways to continue to be involved with singing groups in college and beyond. This year's Moonlight Choir All-Star Longevity Award goes to Ryan Kim. And this ends the presentation of the choral awards at this point. Congratulations to all.
I would now like to invite up our jazz performers for their performance, please. Thank you.
Any jazz musicians out there? Maybe they're here.
Oh, let's give them a big round of applause. That was awesome. I do want to say after those first two performances that this is the end of my third year, and I'm still blown away by this every day that I go into a classroom and see it. It's absolutely amazing. So this is a blessing by any stretch. I want to call up Mr. Yanu to now present our band awards.
Thank you, Mr. Striffler. And thank you to those fine musicians who filled my heart with joy. That was truly a beautiful performance. So, tonight, it's my great pleasure to recognize the members of the band program here at SFS who have made it truly exceptional this year. Each person receiving an award tonight is receiving an award because they've made it exceptional in their own special way. And this year, as we've heard, has been challenging, yet it's also been rewarding. And award winners, I want to thank you in advance for what you've given, for what you've contributed, and for having the faith in the journey of band when we had no band. We were just individuals in rooms practicing, and when we all came together, it was amazing. So thank you for persevering in advance. So this year, we are very lucky to have 3 Freshman Rising Star Awards. These students have excelled this year both musically and in their character. Their humility, mixed with fine musicianships, makes me excited at the possibilities of what they can achieve in music. Rising stars, we have our eyes on you. Keep the faith, keep the journey, keep pursuing great heights in music. Please join with me in congratulating Sohyun Choi, Oyunche Jessica Shin, and Minwoon Ethan Cho. The next award goes to a quietly confident musician who ran the best Zoom sectionals that I've seen. They were interactive. She made sure all the students were engaged and answering the questions. She did a better job than I did at Zoom, at social interaction. So she actively encouraged and empowered her peers, and she led the clarinet section through this tumultuous year of COVID. She was also a fine example of musicianship to her peers to follow. The Sophomore Leadership Award goes to Yejin Kong. Thank you, Yejin. The Sophomore Showmanship Award is being awarded because this individual played his baritone saxophone with finesse and passion this year. It's indeed the clearest and fullest and fattest. That's a compliment when you play the bari saxophone. It is the fattest sound I've ever heard on the bari saxophone. He has a natural embouchure and a real love for music, and it's evident when he plays. So please join with me in congratulating Taewon Choi for the Showmanship Award. I think he's off practicing at the moment, so we'll give that to him later. So, the first junior award goes to a student who inspires and leads his peers through his love of music. He has a refined musical maturity, and he knows what it takes to produce great art. His peers look up to him, and he's a great example of others to aspire to. We've heard him play tonight, and he has indeed shown that he deserves this award. The Junior Leadership Award goes to Max Naum. Thank you, Max. The next two awardees have shown devotion to band through their effort during rehearsals, knowing all their music and being involved in many extracurricular music opportunities. They are very fine musicians who I really enjoy working with, and I want to thank them for their commitment to making great music. Matthew Park and Jungwon Choi, please accept your Junior Devotion Awards. The Junior Showmanship Award is given to students who truly rise above their peers by displaying such dazzling musicianship that inspires us all to play better. And it's not without cost. Countless hours of rehearsal and practicing, refining the same passage over and over to make it sound effortless and flawless. So I want to thank these individuals for sharing their skill and their talent and for making the band richer through their talents and musicianship. So it goes to two individuals. I couldn't choose between them. They are both very fine musicians. Please join with me in congratulating Jimin Yoon and Brian Kwan. The Senior Showmanship Award goes to seniors who have excelled beyond their peers in technical ability, inspiring us all to practice more and achieve greater heights of expression on our instruments. They are truly talented, and I want to thank them for sharing their talents with us. Please join with me in congratulating this senior's award winners, Jun Han, who is actually in Germany playing the trumpet at the moment, and Claire Quack for her efforts on the flute. And the last senior award goes to the pillars of the SFS band program. These seniors have been involved in band for many years, and their commitment to band has enabled the ensemble to grow in musical maturity. Every rehearsal, they were focused, actively blending and listening to others. Their musical vision extended beyond their own parts and to the overall musical vision of what the ensemble was trying to express. They are solid, dependable members of the band who have the respect of every other player in the room. And they play an indispensable part in making this wind ensemble band great. And we're going to miss you next year. Samuel Shin and Michael Suh, we honor you tonight and thank you. And that concludes the band awards for the moment. I invite Mr. Walker to grace us with his presence.
We're now going to get ready for our next performance by our string quartet. Okay, please welcome to the stage our Combinatory Quartet playing Mozart String 17. Thank you. And now, Mr. Walker is going to come to the stage, and he's going to give out our orchestra and Tri-M awards. Mr. Walker.
Okay. Just wanted to recognize that last group that played. Some of you may remember just 4 years ago, actually. It seems like just yesterday, but I know it's been 4 years. I asked a group of amazing, talented freshmen if they'd like to play some chamber music, and they have never, ever let me down. They are an amazing group, and I'm really glad to give them one last performance. So that was the Communitory Quartet. Yeah, let's give them one more round of applause. I actually wear a few different hats at this school, and so the first 2 awards I'm going to give out have to do with my role as the IB music instructor. So can I please ask Eileen, Kim, and Arnold Hahn to come to the stage? For the past 6 years, I've had the privilege of exploring the academic aspects of music with students in the DP Music course. Musicology is a passion that is near and dear to my heart, and I truly love guiding students to the deeper understanding of music that this course teaches. Students in this course must perform, listen, analyze, and create music from a wide variety of time periods and world cultures. And this year's senior class had some phenomenal musicians. They were so great, in fact, that I felt these 2 awards were necessary. To start with, I would like to recognize a student tonight for her achievement in listening and analysis, important musical skills that are not as commonly heralded. While we had many skilled writers in this class, I found that this student's writing was consistently exemplary. For the past 2 years, she has always seemed able to grasp and describe concepts in the music she is listening to on a level that most college students would envy. Her musical links script delved into a musical culture that even I had not previously come across, and it was fun to be one of the beneficiaries of her outstanding research skills. It is my pleasure to present this year's IB Musical Scholarship Award to Eileen Kim. Congratulations. Okay, and this next award is for IB Musical Achievement. I would like to also recognize a student who has distinguished himself as one of the finest young composers and performers that I have ever had the pleasure of teaching in my entire career, period. If music is a language, then this student is a poet as well as a talented orator. His compositions are striking, mature, and paint vivid sound pictures for his audiences. His performances on 3 unique instruments, voice, piano, and string bass, which is a first for an IB student in my tenure, were all expressive, musical, and demonstrated a deep understanding of the complexities of musical performance. Apparently, I'm not alone in this estimation of his ability, as he was accepted earlier this year to Guildhall, Peabody, and San Francisco conservatories to study music composition with competing scholarship offers from these prestigious music schools. Make sure that you get his autograph now, because you will definitely be hearing his music in a film or concert someday, and you want to prove to your friends that you know him. This year's IB Musical Achievement Award goes to Arnold Hahn. Okay, and next I'm going to speak about the orchestra, and while I'm speaking about the orchestra, can I please call Dennis Kim, Gia Dunsby, Jamie Lee, and Gia Che up. Over my entire teaching career, I have not had an orchestra like the one I had this year. I hope that I have the depth of talent, technical expertise, and musicality that was present in this year's group even one more time in my life. But I realize that this may never be. So accomplished was this group. Even in the midst of a terrible pandemic that silenced so much music, we have been able to tackle challenging repertoire with skill and grace. Please know, dear students, that this is A, no small feat on your part, B, a true test of your musicianship and resilience that has forever won my respect, and C, a memory that I will treasure and that has helped light the way for me over this past year. So special is this group that I found it necessary to create a few new awards for them as well, since I felt that the usual accolades simply weren't fitting this year. I am hoping that these new awards will stay, and these winners will become the first recipients of what will be a tradition in the SFS Orchestra for years to come. The first award is for Outstanding Musicianship in Chamber Orchestra. This award is not a new one, but that does not diminish the recipient's accomplishments in any way. She plays 2 instruments with such outstanding expression and skill that she has become indispensable in every orchestral group she belongs to at our school. She is the future leader of this group, and I'm simply gutted that I won't have the opportunity to be here next year to see her final season with the SFS Orchestra program. The award for Outstanding Musicianship in Chamber Orchestra goes to Jamie Lee. Okay, and now we have an award for Outstanding Leadership in Chamber Orchestra. Good student leadership is vital to an orchestra's success, and the position of concertmaster or concertmistress is of special importance. I have been extremely honored to teach many fine young leaders in my career, but I think that quite possibly the best high school concertmistress I have ever been privileged to teach is standing on this stage tonight. She is unswervingly dependable, proactive, patient, and kind. She's a leader of uncommon natural talent, and I am so glad that I get to honor her this evening with this award. The Outstanding Leadership in Chamber Orchestra Award goes to Gia Che. Okay, and now we have a Rising Star in Orchestra Award. This next award is a new one, and it's meant to acknowledge at least one of the many, many fantastic younger students that we have in this group. We have 38 9th and 10th graders in orchestra. It's really fantastic and a wonderful freshman class. This award, the award this year goes to an outstanding musician and a future leader of this orchestra. She is going to accomplish incredible feats on the violin, and I am also gutted that I will not be here to see them. The first ever award for Rising Star in the Orchestra goes to Gia Dunsby. Okay, we have a new award. This is the Beethoven Award for Outstanding Orchestral Musicianship. This new award is named the Beethoven Award with good reason. Beethoven, more than quite possibly any other musical figure in history, raised the identity of musicians to that of artists and championed the concept of music as a means of expression. He is considered by many to be the father of the Romantic movement in music, and we are still finding new depths to his work nearly 200 years after his death. One of my favorite Beethoven quotes reads, "To play a wrong note is insignificant. To play without passion is inexcusable." The inaugural recipient of this special award truly exemplifies Beethoven's words, as he is one of the most expressive young musicians I have ever taught. It is clear after even a short time with Dennis that music is a core part of who he is. And I think that Beethoven himself would approve of this choice for an award that bears his name. The very first recipient of the Beethoven Award for Outstanding Orchestral Musicianship goes to Dennis Kim. Okay. Oh, not quite yet. Sorry, there's one more. Okay, and the final orchestra award that we have is the Heart of the Orchestra Award. We use the term heart to refer to the very core of an object, a most vital component of the whole. The heart is a vital organ in the human body. Without its presence, it is difficult, if not impossible, to sustain life. The orchestra is undeniably a team operation, with every member of the ensemble contributing to produce something that we can only achieve together. Yet many orchestras also have hearts. Members who are critically important to the ensemble in a myriad of ways, both tangible and intangible. Our very first recipient of this award is one of these people. She is dedicated, positive, hardworking, and leads her extremely talented section by example. She is kind, cheerful, organized, and infinitely reliable. She is an outstanding role model for the younger students in our group, consistently demonstrating what it means to excel in our craft. I simply cannot think of a time when she has not disappointed me or has not been this way. I have asked her over the past 5 years to take on so many responsibilities for the good of the group, and she has unwaveringly replied yes, with a wonderful smile on her face. She is the epitome of what a dedicated orchestra member should be, and a very deserving winner of our school's first Heart of the Orchestra Award. Please help me congratulate Gia Che. Thank you, guys. Okay, and now I would like to give some Tri-M awards. Can I call Jiyoon Lee, Gia Che, Arnold Hahn, Derek Mew, and Alice Kwan to the stage? While they're coming up, I want to tell you, if you're in the audience and didn't get to come to the Tri-M concert this afternoon, we have a wonderful, strong Tri-M branch. I think there are about 40 members now, I think, or more. We had a wonderful concert this afternoon with some awesome performances. You got to hear one of them this evening, but I'm really excited to see what the future holds for Tri-M. If you haven't followed them on Instagram, you should follow them. What's the Tri-M SFS? Tri-M_SFS. Follow them, all right? It's amazing, all right? They put out a concert about once a month. We've been doing some virtual concerts, and we got to have our first live one today. And actually, the reason that we've done that are the people in front of you, so I'd like to give them all a word and talk about them a little bit. The students on this stage have leadership and organizational talents that are nothing short of phenomenal. I do not think that it is hyperbole to suggest that they will likely change the world someday for the better with their talents in this area. They have spent countless hours organizing meetings and events, working with members of the group, and not only continuing our school's branch of this International Music Honor Society, but strengthening it through this year's pandemic-shortened performance schedule. The Tri-M branch is stronger than it has ever been, and credit rests completely at the feet of these 5 students. I would like to thank and honor them tonight for their work. This year's Tri-M Leadership Awards go to Jiyoon Lee, Gia Che, Arnold Hahn, Derek Mew, and Alice Kwan. Congratulations. Okay, and now I'd like to call my colleagues up. We have 4 very special international awards that we'd like to present. Actually, it's 5, isn't it? It's 5. I'm sorry, it's 5. I can't count. All right, that's a bad thing for a musician. All right. Is it 4 or is it 5? It's 5. Okay, all right, you're right. Okay, I was right. All right. I'm going to kick things off by presenting the National School Orchestra Award. All of these awards, by the way, are given out at schools internationally and throughout the United States. It is a very prestigious award. It is my great honor now to present a very deserving student with the National School Orchestra Award. This prestigious award is given to one outstanding student each year at thousands of high schools throughout the United States and in international schools throughout the world. It is widely recognized as the highest honor that can be bestowed on a high school orchestra student. Typically, there are 1 to 2 students that have developed their musicianship to the point where they could be considered for this award. But it is a testament to this student's achievement that she rose to the top in a group where several students were more than eligible to win. She is a phenomenal musician, winner of multiple AMI, Kaimia, and APAC Honor Orchestra auditions. This year, she joined Elite Company when she was chosen as a finalist in the AMI Solo and Ensemble contest. She was one of 5 cellists in the world to be selected. She plays with an innate understanding of the music she performs and speaks our artistic language with a fluency that I have seldom seen matched in a high school student. She leads a talented section that has produced some of the finest string music I've ever been privileged to direct. She gives hours of her time, not only to pursue music for herself, but to share it with others in service to our school and community. She clearly has music in her soul, and I am so glad that I got the chance to be her teacher. This year's National School Orchestra Award is presented to Claire Kim.
Your name goes on here too, but you don't get to keep that.
This one goes in the trophy case. Yeah. Yep.
The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is the highest jazz award given to a high school student worldwide. This year's award recipient has discovered his love for improvising quite recently and expresses himself freely and naturally. And the truth is, you can't teach anyone to play jazz. They need to find that journey themselves and have courage. But don't tell my employees that, please. You can't teach jazz. He has been an integral member of the jazz band and possesses that courage needed to head off into the unknown and explore new melodies. We saw him play guitar tonight with such finesse. That was the first time I've heard him play guitar. He plays euphonium in the wind ensemble, and then he learned how to play the trombone for the musical. And he is such a natural musician, and it's been such a blessing that we've had the pleasure of his presence at our school. And please join with me in congratulating Yongjin for his well-deserved award. The final band award this evening is the Sousa Award, the pinnacle of achievement in band in a high school. It recognizes superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. This year's recipient is a senior who has indeed shown dedication and superior musicianship through his involvement in the SFS band program over the years. He has been involved in honor bands, played in musicals, been in the jazz band, and in many extracurricular events. He's always the first to put his hand up to play. He loves music, and he has shared that love with the whole school community here. And he has indeed worked hard to be where he is and has been an outstanding section leader as well in the wind ensemble. And it's with great pleasure and humility that I honor this truly fine musician and dedicated member of the band. Siwon Park, please come and collect your well-deserved award.
The National School Choral Award honors the high school student who has demonstrated the highest degree of commitment and involvement in the SFS choral program during their high school years. As a reminder, this is not a Best Vocalist Award, because we have lots of best vocalists at our school. But instead, it's an award which recognizes the outstanding contribution, achievement, loyalty, and most importantly, involvement in the choral program. While there are several seniors who have contributed greatly to the overall choral program here at Seoul Foreign School, and all of them deserve to be honored for their achievements according to their they all deserve to be honored for their achievements. However, according to the stats, there is one who stands out as having been the most involved in the Seoul Foreign choral program throughout their high school career. This person has been in Moonlight Choir for 3 years, APAC Choir 3 years, Concert Choir for 2 years, sung in Psalms Choir, has also successfully auditioned for the National Honors Festival Choir for 3 years in a row, as well as the International Honors Choir AMI 3 years in a row, and I'm sure that would have been 4 years and 4 years if we had had those events this year. You might also have seen this student in a key role in the last musical drama that we were able to do on this very stage. This person has held leadership roles in various choral groups and is well respected by their peers musically. Their passion and dedication to the choral program, along with their teachable spirit, has been admirable, as they have always been willing to do what is best for the whole group and not just for themselves. In recognition of singular merit, ability, and achievement of outstanding contributions to the success of the school vocal program, and of an unusual degree of loyalty, cooperation, and high qualities of conduct by the general consent of the music faculty, school officials, and others, the National School Choral Award is hereby conferred upon Ekaterina Zaikenkova. Okay, I'm going to have my colleagues join me because the last award is a music department award, the Leonard Bernstein Award. In his long career, Bernstein made an indelible mark on the musical world as a conductor, composer, and teacher. This award will honor students whose musical contributions, dedication, and creativity set them apart as deserving of the highest recognition for their achievements. This award is the highest honor in the SFS music department, the highest honor that we can bestow. And it is only given in years where there's a student deserving of the award. This year's award winner is a consummate musician. He embodies every quality that is necessary to succeed in our art. He is an arranger and performs with extreme expression and technique on the piano. He is an outstanding vocalist who has successfully auditioned for AMI, Kaimia, and APAC honors choirs, and has also performed a major role in a high school musical. Most recently, he was selected as the top male vocalist for the AMI Worldwide Virtual Solo Festival. He has also shown determination and talent in learning to play the double bass, going from an absolute beginner to a leader in his section and the orchestra. He has a solid grasp on the academic concepts in music and regularly demonstrates them in IB Music. Finally, he has shown a heart for service through music with his work as a Tri-M executive board member, volunteering in the music department, and by helping to organize recitals throughout the year. His passion for music is obvious, and after much deliberation as to which of the three amazing music conservatories to attend, all of whom have been pulling for him to come study at their prestigious institutions, he has decided to attend San Francisco Music Conservatory with a focus on composition. He will surely succeed in this pursuit, and I'm sure he will also be busily singing and playing in various ensembles as well. We have been blessed by his humble spirit, his ever-cheerful attitude, his compassionate heart, and by his contributions to the music department in many other ways. This year's Leonard Bernstein Award winner is Arnold Hahn. This should be a bigger clap.
I'm going to ask the three music teachers to come back up here. Please don't sit down. Come center stage if you could. Thank you. All three of you, can you please come back up? Just come to the middle of the stage. I just want to recognize these three gentlemen to my right for their creative excellence, for what they bring every single day to Seoul Foreign School. Can we please thank them? In what has been obviously a crazy year and a half, I'm just so appreciative to be able to work with and work for these just extremely monumentally talented teachers. The next to last thing I want to say before we leave is I'm going to ask you all to stand up. I'm going to ask everyone in the audience to stand up, if you could. And I'm going to just ask everyone to, after I'm done, say thank you. We have a member of our staff leaving this year, and I'm going to ask him to step out and just thank him for his service to this school, to its students, faculty, its Christian nature. Thank you so much, Mr. Walker. God bless. Thank you so much. You know, my first year here, we talked about people not being replaceable, and that Mr. Walker's just not replaceable. You don't just find another teacher like this. We have a new teacher coming in who I'm sure will be excellent, but we're not replacing him. His legacy is out here and moving out into the world. So thank you again. Thank you. I don't want to make everyone keep standing. Thank you, thank you. So thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Finally, before we leave, I just want to say first of all, I want to thank all our parents for coming. It's great to see parents here. Thank you, parents, for coming. That's awesome. Thank you to parents who are watching online this evening. Thank you. I want to give one last round of applause to our seniors. Thank you so much, seniors, for all you have done. Thank you. I hope I would say, December, I can see all of you plus hundreds more here watching music on this stage. I hope you all have a blessed summer, a safe summer, and thank you all for coming tonight. God bless. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.